Pirated VPN. In China, the Great Firewall doesn't just block, you can feel it pressing down on daily life. Apps vanish, videos won't load, search results shrink into silence. That's why pirated VPNs are so tempting. They're downloaded from shady forums, Telegram groups, or even handed around on USB sticks. Once installed, they offer a window. Suddenly Google, YouTube, Facebook all come alive. It feels like breaking into a room you weren't supposed to see. But these VPNs are like walking into a nightclub through a side alley. You don't know who's really running it. Some versions are traps planted by scammers who quietly harvest browsing histories, bank logins, or chat logs. Others are just broken, leaving behind a trail of data that government filters can easily pick up. For a teenager in a dorm or an office worker who's just desperate to stream a show, the lure is too strong. They take the risk. Some get away with it for years. Others end up with a phone that suddenly behaves strangely, passwords mysteriously lost, or worse, a knock on the door. Pirated VPNs give access, yes, but often at the cost of safety. It's freedom offered with a hidden chain. Shadowsocks. A Chinese programmer created Shadowsocks not as a weapon, but as a clever way to sneak around the walls built by his own government. Unlike a standard VPN, which is obvious and easy to block, Shadowsocks hides its traffic, making it blend in with ordinary internet use. To the filters scanning for forbidden signals, it looks like just another flow of data. For people who know how to set it up, it's almost like holding a backstage pass. You can read banned news sites, watch blocked videos, or use foreign apps without the system catching on, at least for a while. The government noticed, of course. Entire updates of the Great Firewall were designed to crush Shadowsocks connections, but each time, coders tweak the project, share new configs, and push it underground again. Students, researchers, entrepreneurs, they rely on it because their work simply doesn't fit inside the boundaries. It's more than just a tool. It feels like a quiet rebellion powered by lines of code. Yet the danger is never far away. If the wrong official sees you running it, it's not just your connection at risk, it's your freedom.
Tor Browser. Tor is built for people who need to hide, and in China, hiding is the only way to reach the outside world. Instead of connecting directly, your traffic bounces through several volunteer-run servers scattered across the globe. To anyone watching, the path looks scrambled, and the origin is almost impossible to trace. On a good day, that means someone sitting in Beijing can slip into Twitter or Reddit as though the wall wasn't even there. But Tor isn't smooth sailing. Connections crawl because every click travels through 3, sometimes more, machines before landing. Many Tor entry points are also identified and blocked by the firewall, which means users spend more time hunting for fresh bridges than actually browsing. Still, it holds a special place because Tor isn't just about bypassing, it's about staying faceless. Dissidents, reporters, even small business owners who deal with foreign clients have leaned on Tor not for fun, but survival. Yet, it's a double-edged sword. That same cloak attracts attention. Just running Tor can paint a target on your back, like carrying a red flag that says, "I'm hiding something."
Psiphon. Psiphon started far from China, designed to get people in Iran and the Middle East around censors. When it arrived in China, it quickly became popular because it wasn't just a VPN. It mixes VPN, SSH, and HTTP proxy into one package. If one method fails, another picks up the slack. It's like trying every key on a giant keyring until one finally opens the door. For a while, it was the go-to app for people who weren't tech-savvy, but still wanted to peek outside. Install, press connect, and suddenly the web felt bigger. But Psiphon is messy. Some days it works smoothly. Other days the connection drops every 5 minutes. And it's not invisible. Chinese monitors can still see the outline of what's happening. Users describe it like drinking through a cracked straw. Sometimes you get a sip. Sometimes it collapses. Still, even with flaws, it's been a lifeline for ordinary people who just want to read the news or chat with family abroad. Psiphon proves that in places where freedom is restricted, even unstable bridges are better than no bridge at all.
DNS Tunneling. When almost every door is locked, people start sneaking through the cracks in the wall. DNS tunneling is exactly that, a trick that hides internet traffic inside the requests your computer makes just to look up website names. Normally, DNS is harmless and dull. You type google.com, your computer asks a DNS server where it lives, and that's it. But clever coders realize those tiny requests could be stuffed with hidden data. In China, that means wrapping banned content into DNS packets, slipping them past censors because DNS traffic looks too ordinary to block outright. It's not for everyday users. It's slow, painfully slow. Loading a single image can feel like watching paint dry, and it takes serious technical know-how to set up. But among hardcore enthusiasts, DNS tunneling feels like playing chess against the firewall, moving in ways it doesn't expect. The catch is that once authorities spot unusual patterns in DNS traffic, they crack down hard. For those who succeed though, it's like sending secret letters through a channel everyone else ignores, proving the tiniest cracks in the wall can still be used.
Steganography. Steganography isn't about tunneling through the firewall. It's about disguising the cargo. The method hides messages, links, or even full documents inside ordinary files like photos, videos, or songs. On the surface, it's just a cat picture or a music track, but embedded inside could be the link to a banned website or a bundle of international articles. In underground Chinese communities, steganography has been used to pass around data like contraband, buried deep where no casual eye would notice. It's clever because authorities can scan for suspicious keywords, but a JPEG of someone's lunch? That doesn't raise alarms. The downside is that using it takes effort. You need special tools to hide the content, and recipients need to know how to extract it. It's not fast, not simple, and certainly not mainstream. Still, it's almost poetic. People use one of the most ancient tricks in human history, hiding messages in plain sight, updated for the digital age. A song file that plays normally might also carry a map of blocked sites, spreading banned information like a whisper embedded inside the noise. Satellite internet. When nothing on the ground works, some people look to the sky. Satellite internet, whether through Starlink or black market VSAT equipment, offers a way to bypass China's firewall entirely. Instead of asking permission from local providers, the connection beams straight to satellites orbiting overhead, linking users directly to the global internet. It sounds like science fiction, but it's happening. The appeal is obvious. No blocked servers, no hidden tunnels, just raw, unrestricted access. But it's also one of the riskiest moves. The gear is expensive, bulky, and difficult to hide. Authorities don't need to chase packets online. They just need to notice an unusual dish on a rooftop. And once detected, it's easy to shut down and punish. Starlink's arrival stirred hope among Chinese dissidents, who saw it as a way to route around government controls, but using it inside China without approval is like waving a red flag. Still, for the most determined, this method feels like a taste of another universe. While everyone else is walled in, satellite users reach out directly into space, pulling information from a pipeline Beijing can't easily cut. Sneakernet. When the digital highways are blocked, some people turn to something almost comically low-tech, carrying files by hand. Sneakernet is the practice of copying international data, articles, videos, research papers, onto USB sticks or portable hard drives, then passing them around like contraband. It's slow, limited, and definitely not real-time, but it works. A foreign movie, a banned documentary, or a batch of Wikipedia pages can travel across campuses and workplaces this way, spreading knowledge that would otherwise be out of reach. There's no signal to trace, no packets for sensors to block. The risk is purely physical. If you're caught with sensitive content, the consequences can be serious. But for many, this method is safer than trying to maintain a live connection that leaves digital footprints everywhere. Sneakernet has become a kind of underground courier system, a reminder that censorship doesn't only fail online, it can be defeated with nothing more than patience, storage devices, and a willingness to share. In an age of satellites and encrypted tunnels, it's ironic that one of the simplest tools, handing over a drive, still works. Done watching? If you like this video, hit subscribe for more cool stuff.